Okay, today is Wednesday, and this is the quick tip for Photoshop, Photopea people out there. Haven't met you yet, but yeah. So these are Photoshop collages, and all you have to do is Google Photoshop collages, and you come up with some awesome stuff, ideas for crazy things you can do with Photoshop and collaging. Um, So how do you do this? Like I showed you how to blend some things, but how do you actually cut stuff out, paint, um, these kinds of things? Well, we're going to show you. So first of all, I downloaded some stuff. I got some pictures that I wanted in my Photoshop collage. So again, I'm just starting a new one and yeah, not business card. Anyways, yeah, I want it to go sideways. So I'm going to reverse these. So 420, and I'm going to go to 200, let's say. So I'm just reversing the dimensions so they're long instead of, wide. And hit create. And there, okay, here's the canvas. Now, we're going to place the image, open in place, and I have them saved in a nice folder called Jupyter, kind of working with the same theme. Let's see if I can bring all three in at the same time. So I hit Shift, and I can highlight all of them. And there they all are, come in, all at the same time. Now, remember you have to use the arrow pointer tool, and you have to have transform controls, and you have to have auto select checked, both those checked, and then you can grab each one and move them around. So I am going to hold shift and get this as my background, Rochester, and I'm going to put palm trees in here and stuff like that. So now what we want to do, say we don't want to just fade something, we want to cut something out really precisely. Well, there's a number of ways to do that. One is using the magnetic lasso tool, and this actually detects differences in color and should, if I hold it, kind of do a rough sketch around whatever you're trying to cut out. So you're using a cutout tool, and then you have to come back to your beginning spot, and notice how this is highlighted, and this is using the magnetic lasso tool. Then if I right click on your mouse and you hit, I don't know what that would be on your Chromebooks, that might be like two-fingered press, but you would hit layer via copy, and now in your layers it made a copy of just what I had highlighted. So now I can turn off, and I have a cutout of the planet, so it's a precise planet. And this is how I'm going to get the palm tree out here too, but I'm going to use a different technique here. Instead, I'm going to use the quick selection tool, and I'm going to zoom in. Let's see if I can zoom in on this by hitting Control plus. Yeah, if you hit Control plus on your keyboard, you can zoom into spots and then zoom out with Control minus, holding Control down and then hitting minus on your keyboard. So I want to move into this palm tree, and I'm going to quick select it. Let's see if that works. No, I'm not on the wrong. Make sure you're on the right layer. All right. So now if I quick select this, it got it pretty good. It got it. It's called quick select. The computer kind of detects, and then you can add a little bit to it, and then it got this whole area. But again, I'm going to right click Let's see. Maybe I can edit, copy, and then hit new layer down here, the bottom. There's this icon here, new layer. Okay, new layer. And then I think I can hit paste. And it's allow, yeah, okay. And that should just, yeah, it just pasted. So now I'm turning off the old layer and I have the palm tree layer. And now I can make many copies of this if I want. I can just right click here, duplicate layer. Then I have as many of these as I want. So now remember the requirement was 7 different images in your collage. Um, I guess I would say no, you have to have 7 different images. But yeah, so I want to make palm trees here because, it's like kind of cold and we need to warm up. So this is going to give us some palm tree action here or wherever it's going to be. And then the, the, yeah. And then here I wanted to put Jupiter in the background of um, the sky. Okay. And how do I do that, right? How do I do that? Well, you have to put the layer. All right. I'm going to hit enter to enter it. Enter. Okay. And you got to put the layer underneath. See on the right here, layer underneath. And then we're going to make this bigger. I'm going to make this bigger too. Shift. So it takes up the whole space kind of thing. There we go. Something like that. And now we can put, remember from yesterday, layer masks. And with that layer mask clicked, you can go to your paintbrush, get a big brush. And this is what I didn't tell you yesterday, is that you can crank this up even higher than they give you. Put in the number and make sure it's a soft brush. Soft edges work 2000. Better for the fades. I want this to be 2000. There we go. And now I think as long as I have this swatch on black, I can start to get Mars to show up. Yeah, in the background. Because this morning, I don't know if anybody looked at the sky, but kind of looked like Jupiter. The sky looked like Jupiter, so over Rochester. So, yeah. So, I mean, this is just a rough version of what we're talking about. But see what you guys come up with. This is totally your creativity, where you want to put stuff, what world you want to create. You can put people in it. I don't really like people that much, so I didn't put any. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Rihanna and Aesop Rocky are having a baby, so maybe you want to do a collage of what their baby will look like. All right. That's all for today. I will talk to you guys when I get back into the class.